Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Rants Red Talk, where we discuss all the topics you send through to me on Twitter. Sponsored by the One Football app for all your up-to-date footballing news. Make sure you scroll down into the description and download the app. Before we get started, a few things. Me and my bro Expressions, long overdue. We've just launched our joint YouTube channel, so make sure you go down in the description, subscribe to that. Rants and Expressions, our first show, Bants and Sauce, is out already. That show will come out every Monday at midday. We launched the channel yesterday. We're over 5.5k subs already, over 22,000 views on the first show already. So big up for everyone that's already subscribed. Plenty more content, not just that podcast. We're going to be doing loads of stuff, vlogs together, loads of stuff, man, in the lead up to my fight as well, which will be on there. Speaking of the fight, that unofficial bummed it, yeah, was giving all of this chat, posting stuff on Instagram saying, oh, this Rants, oh, I'm going to fight this bitch Rants, this, that, and the other. Bare chat. If you go on his Twitter timeline, within the first 2 minutes, count how many times you see my name. This guy is just living off chatting my name, yeah. But he still hasn't gone to collect his tickets from the promoter, so he's giving it large online. He told somebody the other week, yeah, and he put it on his Insta story that he bet me 10 grand that he was gonna knock me out and stuff like that, and I turned down the bet because I'm scared of him and this, that, and the other. He ain't gone to collect his tickets, mate. So you lot can go onto his Instagram, go onto his Twitter, message that little idiot, yeah, and tell him to go pick up his tickets and stop being a little baby, innit? Like I said, I'm not gonna swear on my channel as much as I can control, innit? So there's another word I was gonna call him. You know the rest, like my brother was gonna say, innit? Stop being that, innit? So go pick up your tickets, you bum, innit? And come get knocked out on the 8th of March. Less of that. Also, the GoFundMe for the money that I'm gonna be raising in this boxing camp for the Australian Red Cross and also for the homeless here, it's live. My last Rants Red Talk, I put it in the description, and I've had some donations as well, some interesting ones from a certain Ed Woodward as well. That made me laugh, I can't even lie. 50 quid donation, much appreciated. The target is £3,000. The last one I raised 2.5 grand. That was my target, so I've put the target up now to 3.5 grand. Hopefully we can raise that 3 grand, and then I can send 2 grand to Australia and 1 grand to the homeless over here. That's more than enough. I think that's everything I wanted to do. And also, yeah, ticket links for tickets also are in the description. You don't need to message me on Insta no more. I've got a link for the tickets in my Instagram bio. I've got a link for tickets in the description to all my videos now, so you don't need to contact me directly. I've built a little Shopify account, so it still comes through to me, but you don't have to message me and I miss it. You can just buy your tickets and then I'll get them posted out to you. Man got 200 envelopes here. Bought it online because last time the post office bumped me, bruv. £1 an envelope and that, and I was paying it out my own money like a dickhead. I think it's like £1 for 4 envelopes in the post office or something. I bought 200 envelopes for like £8 on Amazon. So I'm ready to go, guys. Made my fight weight already. Do you know what I mean? Feeling good, nice and light, nice and lean. I'm ready to knock out this clown. So yeah, make sure you give him his head a little wobble in it, bruv. Well, not a little wobble. He's got a big head. That's why I call him Lord Farquaad, bruv. But yeah, let's get into this though. The first one. It says Estan Fan Fargo. Genuine question, is Bruno Fernandes really that good? If so, how come no top European club really came in for him, but you had teams queuing up and signed a 19-year-old João Felix from Benfica in the same league as him for 120 million? Why is it that teams are a bit hesitant for Bruno? Very, 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 very good question, because that did cross my mind. Man. But I feel like also with Felix, I think that there's a big resale value on Felix. So I think it was less of a risk, you know? Like, he's a young player, quality player. And also, even though they bought him for that, because he's so young, if he does decide to move, you know that Felix, you're going to sell him for 150, 160 because you've paid 120 for him. Like, you're going to get money on him. With Fernandes, because of his age, he doesn't have that same resale value for a start. And also, I just think that there are a lot of teams, there wasn't really a need for him. Like Real Madrid, I think he wanted to go to Real Madrid, but Real Madrid didn't really need him. There were talks of him going to Tottenham, but again, they didn't really need him because they've got Dele Alli and they've got Eriksen, so it wasn't a need thing. Like, we were the only team that probably needed him, and we were moving dead. Like, I think that the reason why Bruno didn't move is because no offers that he suited came in. I don't think it was a case of no teams really wanting him. It's just a case of what teams really needed him. But you are right. I did raise my eyebrow, yeah, because I saw him crying and all of that, and I thought, you know what, Bruno's gone now. And then when I saw him start the season back there, I was like, something ain't right here, innit? But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I haven't heard any rumours about him having a bad attitude or anything like that. To score 30, 40 goals, yeah, whatever it was, I think it was like 30 odd goals from midfield or something like that in all competitions, or maybe 40. To score that many goals, regardless of what league you're playing, even if you was playing Sunday League, if I heard a guy scored 40 goals from midfield in Sunday League, I'd have a look at him. If I was a professional manager, I'd have a look at him, even if it was like a League 2 thing or something. I'd have a look because you've got something in it if you're scoring all of those goals. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that it was just because no team that was at the level that he wanted required his services at the time. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys, if you have any other ideas. Next one, I can't see your name because your other name's too long, but it says one Besniper. Do you think Rashford, Martial and Greenwood will have 60 goals between them this season? Let me think. I don't know. I said that Rashford and Martial should have a GA of 50 combined. And so far, it looks like they're on course for that. Like, you know what I mean? 25 goals and assists combined each. I think that they're going to get that for damn sure. Do you know what I mean? Because I think Rashi's on 19 or something and Tony's on like a little, is it 11 or 12 or something? Them man are well on their way, innit? Very happy with that. With Mason Greenwood, I think Mason will get 15 goals this season. I think he's got 9 already. He'll get at least 15. He's got 9 already, man. Damn. Yeah, I think he will get at least 15. Imagine he gets 20 goals in all comps. That's a madness. That could happen, you know. Damn. Yeah, bro. You know what, yeah? I don't know about 60 goals in all comps. Actually, in all comps, rotted. You're right, bro. Them man could get 60 goals in all competitions. I think they're going to do it. If Rashi's on 19 already, yeah, they're going to do it. That's a madness, you know. And to think that Oli doesn't start these 3 together every week is, yo, man, do it, bruv. Play them 3 every week. Yeah, I think they can get 60 all competitions. Let me know. It says Kelly Bacala. Do you think that Poch could be currently speaking to Ed Woodward right now about taking over in the summer and giving him targets already? From what I've heard, absolutely Poch has been speaking to Ed Woodward. And I heard that a while ago. Was it on this show I said it? Or was it on Rants? No, or was it on Flex and Rants? I can't remember, but I told you that I heard rumours here from like quite a reliable source. I mean, quite reliable. Like, apparently it was certain players were telling people that Pochettino was coming at the end of the season. That's what I heard, innit? That's what I heard. And that was before the rumours that came out like a week ago or something, saying that Poch had spoken to United. I heard this over a month ago. And from what I understand, I don't see how Pochettino doesn't end up coming in the summer. And also, Bruno Fernandes was a Pochettino target last season. That's why I think that if we do go for Bruno and we do sign him, I think that for a good reason it's got Poch in mind. Because with Oli, like, if Oli really, really wanted Bruno Fernandes in the summer, I believe that the funds would have been made available to him, and we just dithered in it over some stupidness. So I don't know, like, if I would just, from the information I received and from what it looks like, I would say that is a signing being made with Pochettino in mind. and I hope I'm not wrong either, because I don't want another season of Oli regardless. Barcelona just sacked their manager, top of the league, because clearly they weren't happy with him. And that is the kind of level that Manchester United are meant to be at, bro. Man are not meant to be like, oh, we've got Oli, like, oh yeah. Like, even if for some mad way we do finish top 4, I think then he should just leave with his head held high and say, you know what, I got Manchester United into the top 4. Because honestly, if you're thinking about what's best for the team long term, Pochettino all day over Oli Solskjaer, all day. So I think that man need to get rid of him at the end of the season regardless, even if we get top 4. Show some real intent, show some real big club mentality for once, because that's been lacking for years. Let me know what you think in the summer, guys. I mean, in the summer. In the comments. S_Akiyama says Oli out, bruv. That's his thing. Do you think signing a player this window means Oli isn't as close to the sack as we thought, or could the player be for the next manager? Honestly, I think all the players that are being bought now, like I said in the Flex and Rant show, the recruitment has shifted from buying players for a specific style of play more to like a head coach kind of recruitment. So we're buying for the future. Not like before with Mourinho, where you like big players. We bought the Matic's, Zlatans, all of that. You like a big imposing team. I think now we're buying players for the future. They're young, they've got resale value, and they've still got development to do. We're not buying ready-made players. So I'm going to give the board the benefit of doubt on this one and just say that they're not specifically buying for Oli. They're just buying for the future. And also, I was hearing rumours that if we lost to Norwich, Oli was going to get sacked. So honestly, I think Oli's only as safe as the results. I think if United get pammed by Liverpool, then get pammed by Man City, yeah, then get pammed again, yeah, like, what, 3 losses, all of a sudden, yeah, it's looking peak for Oli again. So I wouldn't say that he's safe by no means. But what I would also say is, because we do know that Poch can't come till the summer, I think that their man might just ride it out. Because if they do sack Oli, they wouldn't bring Poch in right now. Alright, it says, David DeWitt. I want your views on Dean Henderson for next season. Do we sell Romero and keep Dean Henderson as backup for De Gea, or sell De Gea and let Romero and Dean fight it out? Okay, firstly, I don't think that Dean Henderson would want to sit on the bench at Manchester United, given the stellar campaign that he's having at Sheffield United. He's got the most clean sheets in the Premier League. So wherever he goes next, he's starting, innit? David De Gea, I said at the time, when they were offering him a new deal, they shouldn't have given it to him. And a lot of people gave me backlash saying, oh, I was ungrateful, he's done so much for the club and all this nonsense. But honestly, David De Gea's past his best, innit? He is. Like, doesn't matter which way you look at it. And the statistics to prove that. So we can't sell him now. He's just signed a big new deal. No one's taking David De Gea on that money. So again, because of poor decision making by the board, we're stuck with him. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because he's not crap, innit? He's still a world-class goalkeeper. However, he's declined considerably. So I think that Henderson probably stays out on loan for one more season, then potentially comes in. Romero is a brilliant backup keeper, never lets us down. And he's happy to play that second fiddle. I don't think Henderson will be. So I don't think that there's any chance of Henderson coming in anytime soon. Let me know what you think in the comments. LB Cants, it says, if Luke Shaw is sold in the summer, which left back would you go for personally? Another reason, I mean, should I say another result of poor work from the board. Luke Shaw signed a bumper deal. He's the most expensive fullback in the world. Luke Shaw will not be sold in the summer. No one is taking Luke Shaw's 180, 190 grand a week wages on. No one. He's out of shape, and he's a poor player. So who's going to pay that? Luke Shaw's level, yeah, is Southampton. And Southampton can't afford 180 bags a week. So Luke Shaw will either sit on the bench, like what Phil Jones is doing, and run down his contract, or he'll be playing. One or the other. But what I cannot see, especially under the current manager, is him being frozen out. I can't. He's on too much money. So I as much as I like to answer that question, like I just honestly don't see him going nowhere. So I think it's pretty fruitless. Edward Hughes, how do you feel about the possibility of Young and Lingard leaving the club? Honestly, Ashley Young, I don't think we can afford to get rid of him for the simple fact that he can play left back and right back. Dalot has to prove his fitness, and Luke Shaw's rubbish, innit? So we need Ashley Young as a backup to Williams. I would even argue that like Ashley Young is probably first choice left back at the moment, because in the big games I'll play Ashley Young over Williams, and also Ashley Young's better than Luke Shaw. So I wouldn't get rid of Ashley Young until the summer. I wouldn't. I'd give Brandon the rest of the season to kind of get used to the Premier League, and then by the time he has a pre-season, comes in the next season, we can say, all right, cool, you're a Premier League player now. But I would keep Ashley Young till the summer. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, because Solskjaer said that Young's not playing this game. He's not even in the squad. Don't know what that's about. As for Jesse Lingard, there's rumours about Jesse Lingard being offered to loads of Italian teams. Don't know how true that is, because he's joined forces with Raiola. It could be just smoke screen from that, or it could be legit. Don't know. With Jesse, again, he could go in the summer, but I think in January ain't really a good time for us to be offloading players. We're already short. If we bring in Bruno Fernandes and then we lose a player, we're not helping ourselves, guys. Like, we don't have any depth as it is, and we're short of numbers. So to bring in a man and get rid of a man, we're really taking a step forward and taking a step backwards. So I think both of them, long term, do have to leave the club, absolutely. But I just think right now, we have to keep them. But I don't know. All the rumours are saying that the man are going to leave. So if they leave in the summer, in Jan, and then we bring through academy players to replace them, then, do you know what I mean? Glazer-nomics, innit, bruv? That's exactly what's been going on anyway. Like, Ollie's been shotting first teamers and bringing through academy players, saving the Glazers a lot of money, bruv. Glazer-nomics. So there it is. Matthew McFadden, not a question, but it's pretty remarkable to see the complete change of Martial's playing style. From a speedy and somewhat selfish forward taking on his man, to someone who looks like a natural false nine, who looks like the Premier League's Benzema right now. It's mad, yeah, because I actually said that in one of these, that he should probably look at Karim Benzema and start to model his game on him. And I think he gets a game for France down the middle like that as well, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Because France missed a Benzema. They really did miss a Benzema in the Euros. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they do miss him. So I think that honestly, he could get into the French team playing in that position with Griezmann and Mbappe either side of him, which is wavy. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're right. But Martial's always had that. He's always had that close control. He's always had the physical presence, and he does get his head up. That's one thing I say about him, even on the left-hand side, as opposed to Rashford. When Rashford's on the left, when he dribbles inside, he's just looking to shoot, innit? Whereas Martial does get his head up and pass the ball across goal. Like, he does that. So it's one of them things where it is amazing to see that, but I think that we're just actually seeing his natural game now, because this is the position he's always wanted to play. I don't think that he's adapted his game per se to the position. I think that this has just always been what he's wanted to do, and we're reaping the benefit. And him and Rashford are amazing together. Like, they are literally the modern day York and Cole. Not just because they're both black, because obviously that's the obvious comparison to make. But I just mean it, yeah, in the sense that these men actually like each other. They actually look for each other. They actually take joy out of seeing each other score goals. And it's very rare at football clubs, because there's always quite a lot of competition. And it's like, oh shit, Rashford scored, now I have to score. Do you know what I mean? Or vice versa. But it's not like that. Them man celebrate goals together. Same with Mason. They celebrate goals with Mason. And these men all seem genuinely happy that each other are on the score sheet. And it's great for the team morale. It's great for the future for us. So, yeah, it's great to see Martial looking good and proving a lot of doubters wrong, because a lot of people seem to think that Martial didn't have it, but Martial's a top talent, man. At underscore O Pizzy underscore. After the anti-Woodward Glazer chance at the game on Sunday, if the fans keep the same energy going, do you think there's any chance they will sell the club? Keep the fire burning, bro. One love. No, I don't. I think the Glazers will leave when they feel like it, for the simple fact that these guys can sing anti-Glazer songs all they want, but the facts are they're still paying, they're buying the season tickets, and they're still staying in the stadium and they're watching the game. So the Glazers are going to be like, you know what, say whatever you want. This is a business to me. We're not Manchester United fans. You keep paying your money. We keep breaking records. We keep having record turnover. They don't care, innit? If you want to get these men out, then you need to either not go to games and boycott it. Do you know what I mean? Because if you look at Sky Sports and Old Trafford's got 45,000 in it, yeah, that will definitely massively detract from the share prices, etc., etc. Or a mass walkout where people start in the stadium and walk out. Those are the two things that I could see really affecting them. Singing songs, I don't really think it's going to do anything. Flying planes, I don't think it's going to do anything. As long as they're still receiving their money, this is what it's about. It's a business thing to them. They bought Old Trafford like they were just buying a property. That's all it was. It was an investment for them. That's all it was. There's no sentiment. They don't care about football. They don't know anything about football. They don't care about the fans. Do you know what I mean? They're using that to finance other business ventures that they have in the United States and elsewhere. They don't really care about the club. So to be completely honest, the songs, I think these men are, if they weren't as thick-skinned, they probably wouldn't still be here. So I can assume that that's just water off a duck's back. The last one, Pratesh Ramjon. Does Bruno plus top 4 mean we enjoy another year of Wally? It's similar to the question I answered, and all I can say is I hope not, innit? I do not know. But Bruno plus top 4 should just mean that all you can say, you know what, I came in, I got top 4, I've left United in a better position than I found them, even though technically we are second. That would be great. That would be great. Nah, I mean, if he stays on, I can just see it going horribly wrong. So I'm just going to try and be optimistic in it, because people think, oh yeah, you always be a negative and that. I'm going to try and be optimistic and say, you know what, I feel like Poch is going to come in regardless. So even if you get top 4 and Bruno, I still expect to see Maurizio top notch Tino, fam. All right. Let me know what you think in the comment section about that, guys. And that is your Rants Red Talk. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Rants and Expressions, the new YouTube channel. The link's in the description. Fight tickets, GoFundMe page, all of that's in the description. Your discount code for your clothes is in the description. And make sure you go and badger that dickhead. Tell him to go pick up his tickets so he can get knocked out, bruv. I told man it's Louboutin season. You're going to see the bottom of his feet in the air, fam. I'm telling you. Night nurse, that's what he's getting. Tell him to come get his medicine. Rants has got the medicine for him. Appreciate all you guys' support. I think I'm just about to hit 61,000 on Twitter as well. And yeah, what can I say? It's been emotional. I'm not at a game tomorrow. As you know, man's training for this fight, which I've got training tonight. I got leave for training in like half an hour. So, yeah, guys, appreciate that. And also make sure you go over and watch the Flex and Rant show if you haven't already. And I'll catch you with my match reaction after the cup game. Peace.